Get ready for game-changing news. The MH-60 Seahawk Logistics Team just clinched the 2025 Secretary of War Performance-Based Logistics Award, dramatically boosting the readiness and lethality of the Navy's H-60 fleet. This incredible achievement recognizes their creative partnership with the U.S. Navy, fueling naval dominance through a 7-year contract and strategic partnerships with experts like DERCO, resulting in an unprecedented 92% material availability and massive cost avoidance.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALAN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we dive deep into the future of supply chain technology. AI is moving beyond simple reporting to create true systems of decision, evaluating context and weighing trade-offs across ERP, WMS, and planning systems. We break down how this new layer connects signals across functions to reduce decision latency and transform raw data into coordinated, real-time action. Don't miss this critical piece on operational resilience. As the 2026 World Cup approaches, we examine how businesses must integrate intelligent logistics powered by AI to handle massive demand surges without breaking their operational backbone. Learn why visibility is no longer enough and how technology is defining winners in the face of volatile demand. And finally, we look beneath the waves for the hidden infrastructure of global trade. We explore why undersea internet cables are now central to supply chain risk, arguing that digital infrastructure is now supply chain infrastructure, and how this changes everything for global logistics resilience. Stay tuned for the full breakdown. The MH-60 Seahawk Logistics Team has secured the prestigious 2025 Secretary of War Performance-Based Logistics, PBL, award from Lockheed Martin, recognizing their significant role in enhancing the readiness and lethality of the U.S. Navy's H-60 fleet. This accolade highlights the team's results-driven partnership with the Navy, which is instrumental in maintaining naval dominance. The MH-60 Seahawk is a critical multi-mission helicopter, serving as the carrier strike group's primary defense against submarine and surface threats, while also functioning as a vital asset for search and rescue, medical evacuation, and vertical replenishment. Sustaining these aircraft presents a complex logistical challenge that the team addressed through a 7-year, $2.3 billion performance-based contract with the U.S. Navy and a robust network of government depots. The success of this effort was driven by strategic collaboration with in-house partners, including DERCO, a channel YouTube company with 4 decades of aircraft component repair expertise, which delivered dedicated sustainment solutions unique to the Seahawk PBL. The comprehensive agreement covers 1,048 critical components, supporting over 500 helicopters across the Navy, Coast Guard, and allied partners. Paul Cleven, Supply Chain Solutions Director at Naval Supply Systems Command Weapons Systems Support, NAVSUPWSS, stated that the award validates the principle that logistics is the lifeblood of combat power. He emphasized that the team's success ensures more H-60 Seahawks are on the flight line, leading to a more mission-capable fleet and a more lethal force prepared to deter adversaries. Under the PBL contract, material availability for the fleet dramatically improved, rising from 68% to an unprecedented 92%, directly translating into higher mission-capable rates fleet-wide. Furthermore, the team successfully integrated full support for the MH-60R's airborne low-frequency sonar, ALFS, anti-submarine warfare system, completely eliminating all backorders for its parts and guaranteeing continuous sonar coverage. Aggressive negotiations yielded substantial financial benefits, saving over $700 million against the original proposal, with an additional $197.5 million projected in cost avoidance over the contract's lifetime. Deploying field service representatives alongside Navy partners also accelerated on-site repairs, reducing parts cannibalization and cutting logistics costs by more than $32.5 million. Ali Ruway, vice president of Sikorsky Maritime Systems, commented on the achievement, noting that delivering 92% material availability and eliminating ALF's sonar back orders demonstrates how performance-based logistics transforms supply chain excellence into combat power. He added that by partnering with the Navy, driving cost avoidance, and embedding repair experts with warfighters, the team ensures the helicopter fleet remains ready, lethal, and poised for future challenges. Noi Dung Kai Tight. AI is fundamentally reshaping supply chain technology, moving the focus from foundational record-keeping to intelligent decision-making. While core enterprise systems like ERP, WMS, TMS, and OMS remain essential as the systems of record for capturing transactions, AI is introducing a crucial third layer: systems of decision. \N\N, the evolution of supply chain technology can be viewed in 3 layers. The first layer focused on transaction integrity, recording orders, inventory, shipments, and financial records. These systems provide the durable transactional backbone necessary for operational truth. \N, the second layer extended this foundation into planning, enabling demand forecasting, inventory optimization, and scenario modeling to prepare for future events. \N, the third, emerging layer is systems of decision. This layer operates across the existing record and planning systems to continuously evaluate changing conditions, incorporate context, weigh trade-offs, and support or initiate action. Its primary goal is not storing transactions, but improving decisions that impact cost, service, inventory, and execution. \N, crucially, systems of record cannot operate on probabilistic inventory, and planning systems often become stale as execution begins because real-world disruptions, such as supplier misses or shipment delays, outpace periodic planning cycles. This gap between signal and action is where systems of decision become vital. They consume data from disparate sources: ERP, TMS, risk feeds, customer systems, to connect signals across functions, evaluate cross-functional consequences, and determine the optimal next step. \N, AI's strategic relevance lies in its ability to reduce decision latency by connecting signals and surfacing recommended actions faster than manual coordination. The value is not just faster analysis, but shortening the time between a signal, judgment, and execution. \N, as AI moves closer to physical and financial consequences, determinism, governance, and auditability become paramount. Therefore, supply chain AI must be viewed not as a single technology, but as a spectrum. The required autonomy, oversight, and control vary based on the decision's impact. A low-risk recommendation may be automated, while a high-impact change in routing or commitment requires stringent human approval, defined thresholds, and clear governance. \N, this shift requires buyers to evolve their evaluation criteria. Beyond functionality, they must assess operational impact. Which system improves a decision affecting service, inventory, or cost? The market structure is shifting as vendors embed AI into existing platforms, moving toward decision support, orchestration, and execution capabilities rather than isolated copilots. \N, the most successful organizations will redesign decision workflows around AI-supported execution, ensuring AI insights are connected to action systems. The future competitive advantage will stem from better decisions connected to execution, transforming supply chain technology from systems of record to systems of decision. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is set to be a defining test for global businesses, shifting the focus from mere demand generation to operational precision in logistics. Experts argue that success will belong not to those who generate the most demand, but to those who can execute flawlessly under extreme pressure. The tournament is projected to inject over $40 billion into global GDP, creating a prolonged period of sustained consumption that will severely stress supply chains. This environment demands intelligent logistics, powered by artificial intelligence and data science, to anticipate, adapt, and scale without friction. Friction points, such as warehouse congestion, inventory inaccuracies, and delivery visibility gaps do not scale linearly during peak demand. They multiply across the entire logistics chain. A lack of end-to-end supply chain visibility, estimated to be lacking by nearly half of companies, transforms operational inefficiency into a direct threat to customer experience. For businesses, the challenge is not just to increase sales, but to maintain the operational backbone required to support that growth. Traditional supply chain models, designed for stability, are ill-equipped for sustained, volatile demand. Furthermore, regional complexities, such as the fragmented logistics landscape in Latin America, exacerbate these issues, leading to saturated operations and unavoidable delivery delays. The decisive factor in this high-pressure environment is the last mile of delivery. Consumers now demand control, visibility, and certainty. Studies show that a significant percentage of consumers will abandon purchases if delivery options are unavailable or returns processes fail. Logistics is no longer just an operational function. It is a critical driver of revenue and trust. Technology is positioned as the key differentiator. Organizations integrating AI, machine learning, and advanced analytics can transform data into actionable intelligence for real-time demand forecasting, dynamic inventory management, and optimized route planning. McKinsey & Company estimates that such integration can lead to tangible benefits, including up to 15% reduction in logistics costs and a 65% improvement in service levels. Ultimately, intelligent, data-driven logistics allows companies to process massive volumes of information instantly, enabling precise operational decisions. By ensuring delivery is executed without friction and with complete visibility, companies build trust, which translates directly into loyalty and sustained growth. The winners of the 2026 World Cup will be those who have built operations intelligent enough to perform reliably and at scale under the most intense pressure. Global supply chains are evolving beyond traditional physical infrastructure, encompassing data as a critical operational layer. Undersea internet cables are increasingly recognized not as peripheral telecommunications assets, but as essential supply chain infrastructure, comparable to canals, pipelines, and power grids. The traditional concept of a choke point focused on physical locations like the Strait of Hormuz or the Suez Canal. However, the modern global economy is defined by digital choke points, submarine fiber optic cables that carry the data layer supporting financial transactions, cloud computing, customs documentation, logistics visibility, and manufacturing coordination. Recent discussions regarding fees and potential control over cables passing through strategic maritime areas, such as the Strait of Hormuz, underscore this shift. Geopolitical concerns are now overlapping energy routes, maritime transit, and data routes. Disruptions in the digital layer can rapidly cascade into physical operational failures. A breakdown in data flow affecting transportation management systems, customs platforms, or payment networks can lead to degraded visibility, delayed cargo, uncertain commercial settlement, and loss of access to critical planning systems. This realization demands a fundamental shift in supply chain risk management. Traditional risk programs focused on physical elements like port congestion or supplier failure are insufficient. Modern resilience must incorporate digital continuity. The core challenge lies in the governance gap. Digital infrastructure risk is complex, sitting between it, supply chain, risk management, and legal departments, making it difficult to assign full ownership of the operational consequence. Instead of aiming for perfect immunity, the focus must be on resilience under degradation. This requires classifying workflows by operational criticality, determining which processes, such as customs filings or shipment releases, cannot tolerate delay, and establishing continuity plans for those mission-critical data pathways. Furthermore, the integration of AI into supply chain operations amplifies this dependency. AI systems, which rely on real-time data access, external context, and system interoperability, become inherently more exposed to communications infrastructure risk. AI does not eliminate infrastructure dependency. It increases the need for a more comprehensive resilience model. For supply chain leaders, the imperative is clear. Digital infrastructure is now supply chain infrastructure. Understanding these interconnected digital dependencies is crucial for building resilience that ensures the organization can plan, execute, and recover when the digital backbone of global trade is threatened.